The first round of the NFL draft is officially over, and the Jacksonville Jaguars traded up to pick number 2 to go out and draft Travis Hunter. The Jags really need some help in the secondary, and their depth at receiver is also very thin. I'm obviously not positive if Liam Cohen plans on playing Travis Hunter both ways, but if he did and Travis Hunter lived up to expectations, he's going to come into this roster and fill a hole that the offense and the defense both need. Now, with how much the Jags struggled last year, I do think it's kind of questionable giving up your first round draft pick for next year to go out and get somebody like Hunter, but when there's a prospect this good, you really can't question the move that they made. So for today's video, we're going to be rebuilding the Jacksonville Jaguars in Madden 25 with Travis Hunter. If there's any team you would like to see rebuilt, especially after the 2025 draft, make sure to leave it in the comments. And if you enjoy, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe right now, you could have a chance to win a free NFL jersey, which there will be more about at the end of the video. But for now, please enjoy. Now, at the time of this recording, only the first round of the NFL draft has happened, so I got us Travis Hunter in the first round. I also made sure that every other team got the correct player for their first round pick, and then I let the CPU have the rest of the draft. It got us a left tackle in the second round, 2 safeties in the third round, a middle linebacker, and a right end in the fourth round, so on and so forth. I did let the CPU have the rest of the draft, and we, of course, will have all of the Jags 2025 free agents as well. Now, because of the way Madden 25 is, I actually can't have Travis Hunter listed as a corner and a receiver, which is actually really stupid, by the way, because in the slot wide receiver in the depth chart, you can put like your quarterback there. So if I have a corner who's a 75 overall receiver, I should be able to put him as slot receiver, but we don't have to get too much into that. I recreated a second Travis Hunter and put him at receiver. I did only give him star dev. I believe in the draft class I'm using after his dev trait is unlocked, it's actually superstar X factor. I do think Travis Hunter is a better corner and will transfer better in the NFL, and what I imagine the Jags will use him as is probably their lockdown #1 corner and then a rotational receiver on the offensive side of the ball is my best guess, so that's what I'm going to be trying to do here. Other than that, the offense is honestly nothing too special. Johnny Munt is going to be our starting tight end. The receiving core does look a lot better with the addition of Travis Hunter, but this offense still definitely does need some work. Defensively though, Travis Hunter is going to come in as a 79 overall. I believe he has X factor whenever his dev trait is developed, and this defense is not bad whatsoever. And the CPU did draft Andrew Mukuba. I'm not 100% sure if I'm saying that right, but I'm going to go with that. But we're probably going to start him at free safety and try to get him to develop as soon as possible. I think the defense definitely could be a lot worse. Trayvon Walker is not very good in franchise. I'm hoping we can get him to develop. And Josh Hines-Allen used to be a demon in franchise. I haven't been seeing him go too crazy as of lately, but he is still a 92 overall X factor. We have Devin Lloyd. We have Faison Aluakon. The CPU got us Chris Paul, so the defense, I think, actually should be pretty good for this video. I think if we can build the offense, we'll be just fine, actually. Also, I went ahead and gave Brian Thomas superstar. With the rookie season he had in real life, it is more than fair that he is superstar. So if you have a problem with that, I have a problem with you. Anyways, we're ready to go ahead and hop into the first year of the rebuild. I'm very curious as to see how Travis Hunter's going to do and if he's going to be better as a corner, if he's going to be better as a receiver in this video. He does have the overall and dev trait advantage on the defensive side of the ball. And also, it's going to get really weird when it comes to the re-signings of Travis Hunter. So I'm going to try to maintain it the best as possible. Like if we have to re-sign one of them, but the other one isn't ready for contract, I'll just like make sure that the other one, I don't know. It'll be weird, but I'll make sure it gets handled behind the scenes. But let's get to the midseason of year 1 and let's see how this team starts off. All right, we are 4-3 at the midseason right now. We have the 5th scoring offense in the league. The defense is struggling a little bit. We have the 5th scoring offense in the league with the 2nd offensive passing yards. The defense is struggling slightly, but that's okay. Looks like Trevor Lawrence is actually 2nd in the league in passing yards. Josh Hines-Allen is 2nd in the league in sacks, and Travis Hunter is 3rd in the league in interceptions. So Trevor Lawrence is balling out as of right now. He has 2,000 passing yards, almost 20 touchdowns to only 5 interceptions. Travis Etienne's doing okay. Tank Bigsby is averaging 8 yards per carry as the backup. We might need to just make him the starter and see what happens. I believe Tank Bigsby is worlds better than Etienne in real life as well. I only have him as a starter here because he's a higher overall. We might have to experiment with Bigsby a little bit. Brian Thomas started off hot, 575 yards for him, 2 touchdowns. Travis Hunter as a rookie with 570 yards and 8 touchdowns already at the midseason. That's what you love to see. And we already got 6.5 sacks out of Josh Hines-Allen, 2 out of Trayvon Walker. And Travis Hunter already with 4 picks on the year, 38 tackles, 1 pass deflection. He's balling out on offense and on defense, which is great to see. What does suck is with the way that I had to make Travis Hunter as a receiver, I honestly messed it up just a little bit. So it doesn't say that he's a rookie. We're going to take a look at who wins Offensive Rookie of the Year in the AFC next year. And if Travis Hunter put up better numbers, we're going to make sure that he gets his dev trade upgrade that he deserves. So no need to worry about that. For re-signings at the midseason, we have a couple important players, but not too many. I would like to re-sign Devin Lloyd. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring back Etienne because he's not interested and is asking for a decent amount of money, and Tank Bigsby is outperforming him as of right now. Outside of those two, there's really not too many important players that we need to bring back. But I would really like to bring back Devin Lloyd, so I'm going to try to make sure we give him a good enough contract, and I'm going to offer him 5 years, $90 million, and he does not re-sign. We're going to come back and look at that at the end of the season, see if we could try to make sure to lock him down. I don't think we're going to re-sign ETN. I'm probably going to sim week by week until the focus player, and if we start struggling a little bit on offense, I will make Tank Bigsby the starter, but for now, we'll leave ETN in, and I'll see you guys at the end of the season. All right, and we end up finishing year number 1, 9-8. We did just barely miss the playoffs, but with how the Jags finished last season, I will take going 9-8. So as long as we can make this roster just a little bit better, I think we should pretty easily make the playoffs next season, and we had a top 12 offense. We had the 3rd offense in passing yards, and defense did pick it up a little bit in the back half of the year, so I think next season we should be in the playoffs. Trevor Lawrence had a pretty good season. He did throw a lot of interceptions in the second half of the year. He went for 4,500 yards, 43 touchdowns to 20 picks. We definitely need him to chill out on the interceptions, and I think we'll be just fine. We did end up moving Tank Bigsby to the starting running back. He did a little bit better than ETN. They basically split carries on the year, and Bigsby was just barely better. Travis Hunter did actually end up being our leading receiver with almost 1,200 yards and 17 touchdowns. I don't know if this would necessarily be good enough for Offensive Rookie of the Year. We're going to see who wins it, take a look at their numbers, and just find out. Brian Thomas goes for about 1,205 touchdowns. We got 1,000 out of Gabe Davis and 10 touchdowns. And defensively, we got 15.5 sacks out of Josh Hines-Allen, 8.5 out of Trayvon Walker, and 6 out of Eric Armstead. This is definitely better numbers out of our defense than I expected, so I will definitely take this. Travis Hunter with 7 interceptions as a rookie. He had 78 tackles, a TFL, 4 pass deflections. This could be Defensive Rookie of the Year. We also got 5 picks out of Tyson Campbell. So let's go ahead and take a look at these awards. MVP went to Lamar Jackson. Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC also went to Lamar Jackson. Travis Hunter came in 5th place, and there's no other rookies ahead of him, so I do think he would have won Offensive Rookie of the Year. So if he doesn't go up to Superstar Dev, I'm going to make sure that receiver Travis Hunter goes up to Superstar. Defensive Player of the Year is going to go to TJ Watt. We did come in 2nd with Josh Hines-Allen. He's already up to X Factor, so I'm not too concerned about us not winning. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to, who even is this guy? We actually somehow won Offensive Rookie of the Year with Caden Prescorn. I didn't really look too much in depth to this numbers, but this basically confirms that Travis Hunter would have won Offensive Rookie of the Year. So if he doesn't go up to Superstar for the crazy year he had, we'll make sure that receiver Travis Hunter does go up to Superstar. And Defensive Rookie of the Year also goes to Travis Hunter, which means he won Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year, which is awesome. So Travis Hunter is going to get a ton of boosts as a corner, and he's going to get a dev trait up on offense as well, which is great to see. He's the point of this video, and he is balling out so far. Looks like we had an Eagles-Bengals Super Bowl this year. The Eagles get another ring, and Jalen Hurts wins himself another Super Bowl MVP. I do wish I didn't mess up and I actually did make Travis Hunter a rookie, because he easily would have won Rookie of the Year, and it would have showed his name for Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year, which would have been sick. So just imagine it says his name there. And Travis Hunter actually did already go up to Superstar after the insane year that he had, so we don't even have to worry about giving him his dev trade upgrade. And yeah, Prescorn, I don't even really honestly know who this guy is. I'm going to keep it a buck. Wasn't even our starting tight end and somehow won Offensive Rookie of the Year, so he went up to Star Dev. Trevor Lawrence, even though he threw as many interceptions as he did, he also went up to Superstar, so the offense is actually looking pretty decent as of right now. And Travis Hunter, of course, has X Factor. He has a ton of boosts for winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's up to a 92 overall X Factor. Mew Cuba goes up to Superstar. Tyson Campbell goes up to Superstar. We got like an insane amount of dev ups this year. Eric Armstead went up to Superstar. I really don't know what caused a lot of these breakouts, but we did get a lot of dev trade upgrades, and that's the last thing I'm going to complain about. So let's go ahead and get into these re-signings. We still do need to re-sign Devin Lloyd, which I really want to make sure we do. And then it's really a question on if I want to re-sign ETN or not. I honestly will probably let him hit free agency, just try to see what the market looks like and consider bringing him back. But I think the only player that I want to bring back out of this bunch is going to be Devin Lloyd. I think we let Mitch Morse go as well. Devin Lloyd is even less interested than he was previously. I don't want to give him an insane contract, because if he declines, I'd rather just tag him. So we're going to offer him 5 years and $95 million. And he actually does accept. That's pretty expensive, but I don't think it's going to come back and hurt us too much later. We're going to let ETN hit the market. We're going to have about $50 million to work with in free agency. So let's send him to free agency. Let's see who's available. There is a world where we do bring back ETN here, but I would rather see if there's going to be a different running back available. No, but Micah Parsons, Jamar Chase, George Kittle. Oh my, what is this free agency class? What? This might be the best free agency class I've ever seen. And Kenneth Walker's available. Yo, I'm actually so confused. Is everybody just a free agent? Yo, this must be a bug or something. All right, so I just actually had to do like a bunch of bullshit, because I'll explain it. So to get every team to draft the correct player in the first round, I went ahead and just simmed a season, imported the draft class I normally use, and I set it up to where I was using every single team so I can make every pick and get them all the right player. Now, because this game's so bad, when you go to the list of teams you're using, there's not just a button you can press to just make it where you stop using that team. So they have a thing called toggle autopilot. So I toggled every team to autopilot, which should make it play like a CPU, sign players, re-sign their players, but instead it made it to where none of them re-signed any of their players and didn't even try to. So basically every player that had a contract that came up was a free agent, right? So I just had to go into every single team one at a time, retire, go back to user teams, go to a different team, retire over and over and over again. And to make it fair, I only went for players that I feel like actually have a chance of being a free agent here in the future. I know James Cook, they've had trouble negotiating contracts with him, so we got James Cook. And then Kyle Pitts hasn't really proven himself much in Atlanta literally since his rookie year. So I feel like I didn't go too out of pocket for this. The only problem is now players like Jamar Chase are free agents, George Kittle, TJ Watt. So we're going to see a lot of players on the wrong team now. I do apologize. It kind of was out of my control. This game just is actually so terrible. If you wonder why the uploads have been slower at the end of Madden, this is why. Like, I have to do so much to make these videos accurate, and then even after I do, like, this is how I get repaid. So this video is going to be a little bit scuffed, but the whole point is that Travis Hunter's on the Jags, and we're going to rebuild the team to be pretty good. So let's just get to the draft. That was actually insanely frustrating, but we move on. So here is how the roster is going to look going into the draft. We need a lot of work on the offensive line. There were some pretty good offensive linemen available in free agency. I just wasn't really sure which ones would be accurate to sign, and I really didn't want to make this video too unrealistic because I'm already really frustrated about all that. But the offense looked good outside of the offensive line. We will not have a first-round pick because we traded that to Cleveland, obviously, to get Travis Hunter. And then defensively, I think it'd be pretty cool if we could add another D tackle to the roster. But with how bad the offensive line is right now and us not having as many picks as I would like, first priority is definitely going to be addressing the offensive line here. So we obviously won't be picking in the first round. We're going to be picking at number 50 with our first pick for this season. Any offensive lineman will do. We just need to make sure that we don't absolutely whiff on one. See, there is a round 1 to 2 talent D tackle still available, which makes it very tempting to take him. There is another round 1 to 2 talent available that I think will be available in the later rounds, so I do think we should still go offensive line here. I think I'm just going to go with Wyatt McDonald. It's very rare to get a good tackle outside of the first round. His true value is probably going to be pretty bad. Offensive tackles are normally on the lower overall, but he has great strength with B run block power, B pass block, B lead block, A impact block, A awareness. I think he'll be pretty decent. His overall is going to be pretty low, but as long as you have a dev trait, I think it'll be a good pick. Like I said, his overall is low. He's 102 in true value, and he did not have the dev trait, so that was a double whiff, so that kind of sucks. Maybe that's just somebody we can move into guard and see what he can do from there. But we're up again in the third round. I want to see if one of those D tackles are available. I'd be okay with our offensive line being a little bad this year if we can go out and get around 1 to 2 talent D tackle. Chris Rice is 21 years old out of Clemson. He has elite strength with B hit power, A play rec, B awareness, A tackle. I mean, he's around 1 to 2 talent, and he's not projected to go till day 3, so he should have a dev trait. He's ranked 42 in true value, and he does have hidden dev with 98 strength. And then I normally don't make this late of round picks, but in the 4th round, I do want to try to go out and get a good interior offensive lineman. And Taylor Archer actually looks pretty good out of UCLA, so we'll go with him in the 4th round, ranked 117 in true value. He does have hidden dev, though. I'll definitely take it. So let's go ahead and get to the end of the draft. The CPU can have the rest. Honestly, not the best draft, but we didn't have a first round pick this year, so that's okay with me. And we were pretty good last year, so I think we should be probably a playoff team going into the season. So we definitely whiffed on the tackle. He is a 72 overall, but with him having normal dev, he's just probably never going to develop. I might move him into guard. Actually, I think I am going to move him into guard because he's just never going to be valuable for us out at right tackle because he's never going to develop. And he actually goes up to a 73 overall at guard. We got a 74 overall D tackle, a 71 overall center. The CPU did go out and get us a right guard as well and a running back. So the CPU did pretty good in the draft as well. So here's what we're working with for year 2. We added Kyle Pitts to the offense, got Trevor Lawrence another weapon. Travis Hunter developed a lot. We replaced Travis Etienne with James Cook. We do still have Tank Bigsby on the roster as well. And we try to fill out the rest of the offensive line the best we could. And then defensively, we drafted Rice. I actually think he'll end up being a dog, and our defensive line is pretty good as of now. So the fact that we made it better is impressive. Travis Hunter's already up to a 90 overall X factor, so the defense should be pretty good this season. All right, and after what felt like took a year to get through year number 1, we're finally ready to hop into year number 2. We finished last year 8-9. We definitely made the roster better, so let's go ahead and get to the midseason of year number 2. Let's see where the team's sitting. I think we could be like 4-3, 5-2 probably. All right, and we are once again a 4-3 at the midseason, which is fine with me. Offense is not as good as last season. We do still have a good passing offense, and defense is actually even worse than it was last year. We're probably gonna have to mess with the playbook a little bit, but I would bet money that the playbook I'm using is actually one of the best defenses in the league. Madden just sucks, honestly. That's really what the problem is. Trevor Lawrence is playing good, still throwing a couple too many interceptions. James Cook, we went out and paid him, and he can't even average 3.5 yards per carry. That's great. Travis Hunter with over 600 yards and 5 touchdowns. Brian Thomas is balling as well. We have 5 sacks out of Josh Hines-Allen so far and 4 out of Trayvon Walker. I will take that. And then we have 1 interception out of Travis Hunter. He has 36 tackles, 1 pass deflection. Definitely could be worse. I need to figure out if we need to change the defensive playbook here. So I'm using the Bills playbook. They have like a top 6 or 7 defense in the league. The Browns looks like they have one of the best defenses in the league, but they only have 7 sacks on the season. It looks like the Jets have a pretty decent defense. I want to say that they're 4-3 as well. I mean, they have a lot of sacks, but they're allowing a lot of yards. Oh, they actually have one of the worst defenses in the league. They just have a lot of sacks. So we're actually doing pretty good when it comes to sacks. We just kind of suck when it comes to yards. So let's try the Browns playbook. I don't know. I've never really tried it on defense. Let's just see what happens. I mean, because the only thing that matters in this game is playbooks. Why would like your actual players and your overall matter whenever the only thing that should matter is playbooks? You know what I mean? This game's just actually so bad. It actually makes me angry, but it's okay. Let's see who we have to re-sign here at the midseason. So we need to re-sign Trayvon Walker. He hasn't been playing insane or anything, but I do want to re-sign him before he develops even more and we can get him on a cheap contract like this. So we're going to offer him 2 years, $25 million, which he does accept. I like Tank Bigsby. With James Cook kind of sucking it up, it wouldn't be the worst idea to bring him back, but I'm not going to re-sign him here. Same with Gabe Davis. We'll re-sign Ezra Cleveland. I'll give him a 2-year deal worth about $20 million. He wants to say yes and he's interested in the team, but for whatever reason, he can't say yes right now because this game's just fire. We're going to come back to these at the end of the season. It is taking every ounce of everything in my body to not punch my monitor, throw my Xbox in the garbage, and never play this game again. Let's just go ahead. Let's get to the end of year number 2. Let's see how the team finishes off. I think we should pretty easily be in the playoffs. It's just going to come down to if our players actually play as good as they should, or if the only thing that matters about this game is playbook. So we probably won't be in the playoffs. I'm going to try to chill out on the passive aggressive saltiness that I'm giving right now. I'm a little frustrated, but next clip, I'm gonna be all happy and smiley. Okay, let's get to the end of the season. And we finished the year 10-7, 1 win better than last year, which is enough to get us a wild card spot in the playoffs. We did lose the division to the Colts, weirdly enough. Our offense was decent, could have been a lot better, and our defense still sucked. So we have an 88 overall defense, and it was worse than the Colts defense, which was an 84 overall. So. And I also changed it to the defense that allowed the least amount of yards. So I really don't know what the problem is at this point. I think this game is just genuinely garbage. I think I lied earlier about being all happy and smiley in the next clip, but we're in the playoffs, so I can't complain too much. Trevor Lawrence with a pretty good season, threw for over 4,500 yards, 34 touchdowns to 15 interceptions, a lot less interceptions than last year. I will take that. I mean, James Cook was decent. He didn't get many carries, but like 740 yards, not even 4 per carry, 12 touchdowns is sick, but like this could be so much better. Brian Thomas with a great year, goes for over 1,300 yards. Actually, Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas had the exact same amount of receiving yards at 1,324. 10 touchdowns for Brian Thomas, 14 for Travis Hunter. He's been balling out. Gabe Davis with a pretty good season. Kyle Pitts even goes for 600 yards and 2 touchdowns. Defensively, we got 11.5 sacks out of Josh Allen, 7.5 out of Trayvon Walker, 6.5 out of Eric Armstead. Chris Rice as a rookie was actually pretty good. He goes for 6 sacks, 11 TFLs. Travis Hunter got 4 interceptions on the year, 89 tackles, a TFL, 4 pass deflections. Another great year out of Travis Hunter. We had 3 picks out of Devin Lloyd, 2 out of Foyesana Luakon and Jordan Lewis, and then 1 out of a pretty decent amount of players. MVP is going to be JJ McCarthy. Offensive Player of the Year is going to go to Rashee Rice. We finished 8th place with Travis Hunter. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. Offensive Rookie of the Year is going to go to the Ravens. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we did win with Chris Rice, which is great to see. So our defensive line is going to be great. It's not even going to matter, though, because we're still going to have one of the worst defenses in the league, probably. We're going against the Colts in the wildcard round. We're 3 overalls higher. They did have a better regular season than us. They won more games. Their offense was a little bit worse, but their defense was a lot better. I still do think this is a team we should beat. So let's go ahead and sim to the divisional. Let's just see what happens. And we do beat the Colts by a field goal. Thank God. We're going against the Bills in the divisional, who we are a higher overall than, but this is one of the most broken teams in franchise. They have the 6th best offense in the league and the 8th best defense. So this is a game that we probably should actually lose. I do want to see these weekly awards, though. Trevor Lawrence balled out in the playoffs. 250 yards, 3 passing touchdowns. It's actually a pretty good game, but I think our playoff run probably ends here. So let's sim to the AFC Championship and see if we have a chance against the Bills. And we lose to the Bills the exact same score that we beat the Colts by. I'm actually perfectly okay with that. I mean, if the Jags played the Bills in the playoffs 2 years from now, the Bills would probably win. Like, let's keep it a buck. I'm just glad to see that we made some progress. Let's get into year number 3. Hopefully the game just starts being normal now, and from now on there's no more issues with the video, and I can just play the game, man. I can just play the game. We had a Bills-Lions Super Bowl this year. The Lions win it. Aiden Hutchinson gets himself a Super Bowl MVP. Travis Hunter could have potentially went up to X Factor as a receiver, and no, he did not. I mean, he had a great year, but I'm not too hurt by it. We did draft a superstar guard last year, so I think we move Huntington to right guard next year, and then I wouldn't even hate having Little as a starting right tackle once again. If James Cook can start playing up to his overall, our offense is like arguably perfect. And then Rice goes up to superstar for winning defensive rookie of the year. The defensive line is insane. I don't know why Trayvon Walker got a dev up. I did not mess with like the number of desired dev traits at all. I left it the same, so I don't know why we're getting so many dev trait upgrades, but the defense looks insane as of right now. For re-signings, we have the 5th year for Brian Thomas. $30 million is fairly expensive, but he's been balling out and he's not interested, so I want to push off this contract for one more season. We're going to go ahead and do that. I am going to re-sign Tank Bigsby just because this is a pretty cheap deal, so I'm going to offer him 2 years, $11 million, and he's excited to stay with the team, especially because James Cook has been struggling. I think we're going to let Gabe Davis hit the market. I would like to get a better receiver 3 in free agency, hopefully. Ezra Cleveland denied our last offer for literally no reason. We're going to offer him 2 years, $20 million again. He accepts. Darnell Savage, I think we can let go. I think we can let Eric Armstead go. Yeah, I think we're going to be saying goodbye to pretty much everybody here. We're going to have a little over $70 million to work with going into this free agency, and this free agency should actually be accurate. Tyreek Hill's going to be available. That would be a pretty cool wide receiver 3. I don't know what we're going to do here, so let's just see who's going to be available. Aiden Hutchinson is available. If we didn't have great pass rushers already, that would be tempting. Joe Tooney would be a good signing. We don't really need Brian Branch, but I mean, that'd be a pretty cool player to sign. I really don't know what I want to go with here. So in free agency, we are going to try to go for Joe Tooney and Tyreek Hill. I didn't give them too crazy of deals now because if other teams don't offer, I'd rather try to get them as cheap as I can. And then we're going to go for Leonard Williams. We're going to try to use him to replace Eric Armstead. So let's go ahead and send all these offers through. I imagine we only get Leonard Williams as of right now. And actually, I was completely wrong. We got Joe Tooney and Tyreek Hill, and then we don't get Leonard Williams. I mean, is there somebody different other than Leonard Williams we could maybe go for? No, I think Leonard Williams is probably going to be our best bet. However, we're just simply not able to get into his top offer, so we are going to go for somebody else. So we're going to go with DJ Reader. He'll probably only be here for about a season, but the defense is really good, so if we can keep it that way as long as possible, but that would be great. I don't know why DJ Reader is holding out. He's interested in the team. I gave him a good offer. He's actually interested in the offer. He's a scheme fit. For whatever reason, he's holding out. I'm sure we're going to get him, so let's go ahead and send him to the draft, and we'll go from there. Going into the draft, we have an 88 overall team. This team is actually insane. Honestly, kind of forgot about the fact that we had Huntington. First round, I wouldn't hate going out and getting an offensive tackle. The offense is great. Our receiving core is Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter, and Tyreek Hill. And we have Kyle Pitts as well. Outside of Walker Little, the offense is actually great, and Walker Little is still an 81 overall, so let's not act like that's terrible or anything. And then defensively, we added DJ Reader to the defensive line. Our linebackers are still great. We have a great secondary. We have great corners. I mean, I really, outside of offensive tackle, don't know what I would even try to draft this year, so I think I'm just going to try to take the best tackle off the board in the first round, and then I don't really know what I'm going to do other than that. I think Keenan Woods is going to be the best tackle off the board. He's 6'6" out of Oregon. He has elite strength, A awareness, B pass block. I mean, he doesn't look insane, but he is going to be who I'm going to take. 69 in true value for a left tackle is actually not bad at all, and he does have hidden dev, so he doesn't even really need to start here year number 1, but he will come in very handy in the future years. I think I'm probably going to trade away this second round pick and try to build some extra capital just for whenever we start losing players or we just get in a sketchy spot ever. And the Buccaneers are going to offer us a 2 and a 3 for next year for the second rounder. So I'm going to go ahead and accept this, and then I think I'm going to let the CPU have the third round draft pick because I really don't know what I would take with it. Actually, no, I'm going to take a D tackle in the third round to potentially replace DJ Reader, and then I'll let the CPU have the rest of the draft. And there's a round 1 to 2 talent D tackle still available, and Ramon Rosemond, I guess, Raymond Rosemond, I don't know. We're going to go ahead and take him. He's out of Georgia too, so you know he's a baller. Ranked 38 in true value. For whatever reason, only has normal dev, but also has 98 strength. Let's go ahead, let the CPU have the rest of the draft, get to the end of this draft, get ready for year number 3 where I think we could actually probably make a Super Bowl push. Definitely a pretty successful draft. We got a 73 overall tackle in the first round, a 74 overall D tackle in the second round. The CPU didn't do too much, but we also got an extra second and third round draft pick for next year, which is great. So here's the roster going into year number 3. I actually think it looks insane. Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter, and Tyreek Hill as the receiving core. Kyle Pitts has been doing good as the tight end. We made the offensive line even better. James Cook's kind of been sucking ass, but other than that, the offense is great, and this defense is actually pretty insane. I can't lie, I don't know what happened to DJ Reader. So for whatever reason, the CPU thought it'd be a cool idea to release the player I just signed, even though everything's on auto. I don't even care, bro. Like, I'm so ready for this video to be over. I was going to sim to the midseason, but we're simming straight to the end of the year. Like, I can't do it anymore. All right, we finished year number 3, 12 and 5. We win the division. We did not get the 1 seed because the Ravens went to 17-0. That is insane. And we also have to go against the Chiefs in the first round, which kind of sucks, but I'm going to try to make sure we win this game. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats on the year. Trevor Lawrence threw over 4,800 passing yards, 47 touchdowns, 17 picks. That's probably his best season so far. James Cook was actually able to average 4 yards per carry this time, got 900 yards and 8 touchdowns. A lot better than last season. I will take it. Tyreek Hill goes for almost 1,400 yards, 17 touchdowns at his age is insane. 1,100 yards out of Brian Thomas, 1,000 out of Travis Hunter. Holy shit, we got 18 sacks out of Josh Hines-Allen, 10.5 out of Chris Rice. And then we had 6 interceptions out of Travis Hunter. We went for 73 tackles, 8 pass deflections. What an insane year out of Travis Hunter. Like, it really sucks because if Madden did let you make it to where Travis Hunter could play on both sides of the ball, which I actually get why you can't, like, it makes sense. I'm sure it'll be a thing next year with Travis Hunter being in the NFL now, but he would be winning MVP every single year. MVP, though, goes to Lamar Jackson. They went 17-0. Like, can you even say anything? Offensive Player of the Year also goes to Lamar. We came in 6th with Tyreek Hill. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aiden Hutchinson, who's on the Raiders now. We came in 2nd with Josh Allen. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to the Patriots. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to the Dolphins. We're going to hop in and watch this Chiefs game and hope we're going to win. If I need to hop in and play a drive to guarantee we win, I might do that because I would really like to win a Super Bowl this year. This video probably will be maybe half an hour. It won't be too long. I've been recording for 1 hour and 20 minutes already because of everything I've had to do for this video. So the sooner we can get this video over with, the better. So let's see what's going to happen in this game. Chiefs get on the board first with a field goal. On our first drive, we don't get anything going. The Chiefs get down the field, get another field goal, go up 6-0, but we do get a touchdown to take a 1-point lead, and we have the chance to put up more points before halftime, which we're not able to do, but we get the ball to open the second half, get a quick touchdown, go up by 8. Chiefs get a touchdown, tie it 14-14. We can't move the ball on offense. Chiefs get a touchdown to take a 7-point lead. We match the touchdown, tie it up. We go into overtime. Chiefs get a touchdown. I literally, I don't have a choice but to hop in. I'm probably going to be the reason we lose this, but I'd rather be the reason we lose it than the CPU do some dumb shit. So let's see what happens here. All right, well, we've gotten to a 3rd and 8. This is probably one of the scariest plays of the game. I'm probably going to be looking for Tyreek Hill on this whip route. If not, I think Brian Thomas could get open on the dig. But Tyreek looks like he's there. I don't know how. Okay. I was about to say, I don't know how that DB stayed that unseparated from Tyreek. I know that's bad English, but somehow Tyreek breaks a tackle and gets the first down. That was clutch. Brian Thomas is in press coverage. I think this should be a pretty easy read here. And yeah, Brian Thomas literally torches his man. And that should be a touchdown. Now, the problem here is I kind of don't have an option other than to go for 2, because if I kick a PAT, all the Chiefs have to do is go down and kick a field goal and they win the game. So kind of have no choice but to go for 2 here. I wish I could just let the CPU go for 2, but they're not smart enough. They'll kick the PAT and we'll lose this game. So if I don't get this, it sucks to suck. We'll do another season, but hopefully I get it. That'd be pretty cool. Travis Hunter. And we beat the Chiefs in the wild card round. That was huge. We needed that one. I might have to do this for every game, see if I need to hop in and play a drive and save it, because I need the Super Bowl this year, man. I can't lie. And Travis Hunter got the game-winning 2-point conversion. That was pretty sick. I can't lie. I have Travis Hunter wearing number 40 at receiver and number 12 at corner, because he did say that wherever he went, if he couldn't wear 12, he would wear 40, and I had to make 2 of them. So let's see who we're taking on in the divisional. I just hope somebody beats the Ravens and we don't have to go against them. We get our get back against the Bills, so let's go ahead and do what we did last time. Let's hop in, see if we need to hop in and play a drive. We are higher overall, so we realistically shouldn't need to. We're higher overall by 6 or something crazy, so let's see if we can beat the Bills here. I think this should be a pretty easy game. Hopefully I don't even need to hop in. We get on the board first with a field goal, go up 3-0. Bills get a touchdown to take a 4-point lead. We get a touchdown to go up by a field goal. Bills tie it 10-10. Looks like we turn the ball over and the Bills capitalize, go up 17-10. We get a touchdown, tie it at 17 apiece. Bills get the ball to open the second half, get a touchdown, go up by 7. We match it, tie it 24-24. Bills get a touchdown, go up by 7 again. We tie it, we get a touchdown. The Bills didn't try to go to overtime. They score, tie it up, go for 2, or they could have tied it up. They go for 2 instead. We're a higher overall team in every category. I genuinely, for my sanity and for the sake of this video, I need to stop right here, come back. I'm going to take a break, take a breather, maybe come back tomorrow and record this. I wanted this to drop the day after the draft, but 1 hour and a half we're probably 20 minutes into the video, and we just lost to a team that were 6 overalls higher than, I just can't. So I actually did end up coming back and recording more of this video, but it was a lot of the same shit you just saw me going through, a lot of me raging, and the video just wouldn't have came out very good if I put the rest of it. I basically ended up doing a 10-year rebuild, but the next 7 years were spent being the highest overall team in the league, making the playoffs, and then losing in the first round. So I don't really think you guys care to see any of that. I know this isn't the best possible video. I'm sorry. I promise videos in the future will be better, but yeah, here's the outro. Sorry, I know that video ended a little bit abruptly. This game's just so bad. Like, you know, there's only so much I can do. I'm not saying we should have won the Super Bowl or anything that year, but losing a playoff game to a team I'm 4 overalls higher than with one of the worst offenses and defenses in the league when I have a top 5 offense and a top 10 defense just proves that there is no point in going anymore. This video is cursed. We're not going to win a Super Bowl. I give up. But I wanted to make sure to let you know that if you subscribe right now, you could have a chance to win a free NFL jersey. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, take a screenshot, and send it to me on Instagram, which will be at the top of the screen right now. There will also be a link in the description that you can click on. And if I get a screenshot of you being one of the first 1,000 subs to the channel, you'll be entered into a giveaway for a free NFL jersey, which will be announced when we do hit 1,000 subs. I know this wasn't the most entertaining video. I'm trying to put out the best videos possible for you guys, but I haven't uploaded in a week. I need to put something out, and everybody wants to see a rebuild with Travis Hunter on the Jags. So I'm still going to put it out for you guys. I'm sorry if this wasn't the best video I could have made. I think I could have done better, so I apologize and will do better in the future. But please make sure you leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, because it helps out a ton. Sorry for being dramatic the whole video, but I genuinely just wish I was dead right now. So I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all for this one. I love you. Jesus loves you too. Never forget that. Deuces.